Hello everyone. It's Allison from Determined to Shine, and I am super excited to be here today with a first look at the Phantasma Tarot. This is a brand new deck from Paulina Fae, who is the creator of many beloved tarot and oracle decks, including but not limited to the Witchlings Oracle, the Pixiekins deck, the Joie de Vivre Tarot, the Paulina Tarot, there's an animal one that's named something else, Spirit Song Tarot. Anyway, lots and lots of amazing decks. So I'm really excited. This is a brand new release. It's been a little bit hard to track down, but I was actually able to grab a copy from Paulina's Etsy shop, which as a bonus meant I got a signed copy. So I am thrilled. This just arrived and I cannot wait to tear into it and take a look. You will be getting my live first impressions. All I have done for this deck is remove the inside packaging. And then of course I did a brief dedication and clearing with my selenite wand, which is what I love to do with all my new decks. If you want to learn more about how I use selenite wands with tarot and oracle, I have a whole video on that and I will link that below. So, without further ado, let's dive in. So this deck is published by US Games, comes in a great little box, and US Games quality, or US Games does mean you will always get a quality deck, which I love. Paulina included an extra card here with her signature, which I thought was so great, in addition to signing the guidebook. So, double signature, very fun. Let's take a look at the guidebook. I love this dragon. And okay, so the introduction says, welcome to the Phantasma Tarot. Phantasma itself means daydream, fantasy, or magical vision. It's also the name of a world of supernatural beings in which you'll find many kindred spirits at the ready to welcome you here, most of whom I've but recently discovered as well. Crafted over a 4-year time span, Phantasma is my 4th tarot deck. It has been an exciting journey watching the deck's heart and soul take the lead as it unveiled its personality. And then within the world of the Phantasma Tarot, may you discover new pathways, new powers, and new paradigms applicable in all that you do. So I've started just trying to take a look at the introduction when I get a new deck, because I like to know kind of the basic vision of the deck. Like, where are we going? What's this about? Who are the creatures we're going to encounter here? So we have these standard elemental associations and then the card meanings. So it looks like there's not a ton here, just a short description, message, keywords, and then reversed message and reversed keywords. So about the same amount of information for the major and minor cards. A little beautiful illustration and a couple of spreads. Looks like both are unique to the deck, a spiral spread and a trefoil spread. So that's kind of cool. Okay, let's look at the cards. So here's the card back. Very beautiful. And the cardstock is pretty solid. US Games does make some of the best cardstock out there, in my opinion. So you tend to always get a pretty quality deck and very affordable, which is why I think they are really some of the best mass market decks out there. So let me just get in a little closer here as we, whoops, that's a little closer than I wanted, as we look at the cards. All right, so here is the Fool. We could be here a while, friends. No, I'm going to try to move through the deck, but what I love about this card, what I love about, you know, this is going to be something you're going to hear me say over and over because it's so true of Paulina Cassidy's work. Every little detail, you know, this face here, the spirals, the dots, the trailing stars, the cat, the moon, the spiraling, the clock. Is that a clock? Yes. The candle, the tiptoes, the winged feet, the dangling heart, the eye. There's so much symbolism on every single card, and there's so much detail and fine attention given. And this is 78 cards, which means it is 78 works of art. So it is worth noting that that's why it took her 4 years to make the deck. I've been following this one for a while on Instagram, so it was really exciting. I just wanted to check the guidebook quickly to see if we got any information about the Fool or who or what this creature is. And it looks like it's just kind of a fairly standard message about starting out on a journey. So what I love about that is you have some freedom, right, to name these creatures, to decide who they are and what they're about. Like, you could do a whole beautiful journaling process with this deck where you create the backstory for every single character. I know that sounds silly, but I'm working on that with another deck, and it's such a beautiful way to get to know the cards. Okay, I promise I will move on now. Okay, here's the Magician, and I'm obsessed. Look at just, again, the level of detail and each pen stroke and color, and it's all so beautiful. I can't even help myself. We know I love bunnies and bears, so of course this Magician is right up my alley. Potentially one of my favorite magicians ever. If I could go out on a limb, this card is really, really singing to my soul. Loving all of the just bits and pieces. All of the tools are here. Or all of this Magician's tools are here, right? Different than what we'd see in a standard card, potentially. But I think if I keep digging, we'll see more. So, really beautiful Magician. Okay. High Priestess. Gorgeous fox. I'm loving this sun and moon, like, juxtaposition. I'm loving the fish down here in the water for such an earthy creature. Ugh, it's so beautiful. Oh my goodness, look at this Empress. I don't even know. I mean, I feel like I want to say that for every card, but look how beautiful these are. How do you unpack a deck like this without spending 55 minutes on a single card? This Emperor is amazing. And just, you know, the detail in the sun and the clocks and the little bits of symbolism, which may or may not be light language. I don't know if that's Paulina Cassidy's thing or Paulina Fae's thing, but, like, I'm here for it. Like, and look, standing on these, they almost look like cups, but they are flat. But, like, there's just so much here. It's so magical. I just don't even know. Ah, look, look, look. Every card I'm going to be like, look, 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 look. I'm so annoying. No, I'm so excited. It's so beautiful. Here we have the Mentor. This is, of course, the Hierophant in a standard Rider-Waite-Smith deck. So it looks like we do have at least one card so far that has been renamed. But I am loving the symbolism here. I've said that a lot. I'm loving the representation of the Hierophant as a mentor. And, like, this creature is so full of knowledge. I can just feel that, right? Like, there's so much wisdom here, but it doesn't have that same annoying religious undertone that some of the Hierophant cards can have. I shouldn't say annoying. I will correct myself. We all come from different traditions, but typically there's an element of the Hierophant card that has some, like, religious judgment attached. So that's not an attack on anybody's faith system, but just a commentary on how it's often portrayed in the tarot. Moving right along, here is card 6. This is Love instead of the Lovers, which I enjoy. It just allows room for some additional interpretation instead of simply, you know, a couple. Here is the Chariot. Oh, this is awesome. I love that this chariot is not being driven by a character, right? It is a self-driving chariot. I just really love the image of that, and you can kind of take your own reins and run, right? Here is Strength. I saw this dragon on the guidebook. This is beyond gorgeous. Again, the detail, the fire, the breath. I love the Strength card. It's one of my favorites in tarot in general. I have it hanging on my wall. It's really, really great. Here's our Hermit. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Wheel of Life. So again, we have another card renamed instead of our Wheel of Fortune. We do have zodiac symbols around, some nice spiral symbolism, really enjoying that. And I like it. I like the idea of the Wheel of Life instead of the Wheel of Fortune, right? Because for whatever reason, the Wheel of Fortune to me implies luck or randomness, whereas the Wheel of Life to me implies cycles. Like we're constantly moving and we have wonderful moments and we have low moments, and the sun will come out tomorrow, you know, bet your bottom dollar, but it's also going to rain again sometimes. So I really enjoy that presentation, I guess. Here is Justice. This is my card of the year. Really neat. Love the owl. Love the scales. Oh, look at these little guys down here holding a crystal and a sword. This is awesome. Ah, so beautiful. I say that over and over, but that's why I love this deck. That's why I wanted this deck, because there's so much detail and love in every single card. There is your Hanged Man. Here is Death. Wow. I could spend a day on this card, right? So powerful. Here is Temperance. Loving this. This is probably one of my favorites so far in the deck as well. Love that. Okay, so we have the Djinn here. This is, instead of the Devil, we have a Trickster. So once again, a renamed card. I love that there's just a little bit of that here. Like you can still read it as a traditional tarot, but there's just enough change that kind of fits this world of the Phantasma creatures. Here is the Tower. I love that this tower is like kind of foreboding, but it's not really falling yet. I mean, there's definitely people falling out of it, don't get me wrong, or creatures, I should say, but really powerful. Here's our star. I love how rooted the star is. You think of the star as a being in the sky, which of course it is. We are all made of stardust, but I really enjoy that take on the image. Here is the moon in all her multitudes, glories, and mysteries. Love it. The sun. Ah, here for it. I love the joy of this card. There's like a joy and movement and a little bit of trickstery, but like such a new beginning, right? And speaking of new beginnings, we have a card called Awakening. This is, of course, our Judgment card, but with a different name and really a different feel. And finally, we conclude our majors with the World. All wrapped up in a dragon. Love it. Okay, those are our majors. Let's take a look at the minors. We're going to start with our fiery wands, and here is our ace. I love it. It's like a moth girl drawn to the flame. There's so much, once again, happening beyond here. We've got this little guy and a little dragon guy. I'm calling them guys. They might be girls. They might be gender neutral or otherwise, however they identify. The little magical creatures. Again, the detail on these cards. Here's the Two of Wands. That's beautiful. I love lions. I don't talk about lions as much because they're like, lions and dolphins were really my primary animal allies or animal guides. I would say like in the early part of my life, from like birth to 20, I don't know, it was always lions and dolphins. And now it's always bunnies and bears. So we'll see what comes in my next decade, right? Three of Wands. These are so beautiful. Look at this 4. And the 5. I love the energy of this card. It can be beautiful, but still fierce and a bit angry. 6. Here is the 7. This is, of course, the card I also received as my signed card. And the 8. Really love this. I just love the light kind of coming out of her heart space. So gorgeous. 9. I do not want to mess with that creature on a dark night. And here's our 10. Moving into the page, love it. Look at the kitty cat and the light and the magic and the all of it. The moons and the stars and the dots and the swirls and the suns and the flowers and the everythings. There's so much. Like, just stare at these. Knight of Wands. This deck I think would be really, really great for daily draws, because I feel like if I tried to do a Celtic Cross or like a year ahead spread with this deck and it had to pull that many cards, I would just get lost in it for months, for days, right? Look at our queen. So beautiful. I love the dragon wrapped around her at the bottom. And these winged creatures up here. But yeah, great for daily draws because you can really spend some time with the imagery. You know, take it in when you do your reading. I like to leave my daily cards up on a card stand throughout the day. And that would just be really beautiful to look at, any of these. Okay, let's go to our cups. Oh, goodness. Look at this ace. Oh, wow. I love peacocks. You can see I've got some of that energy here out, actually, that I set up to do this video with. But, look at that. Just for... I just want to make that noise. This whole video should just be me making that noise over and over again. So pretty, so pretty, so pretty. Loving the 3. This 4 with the flying cups and the unicorn. I am here for it. 5. The 6 of Cups, which is also the card I sometimes call the Alley card. It is the card I most identify with in the Minor Arcana, just because of its innocence, returning to childhood, loving to play, getting excited about things, having fun. And I just love to play and be silly and make YouTube videos and go, oh my God. So I'm just freaking out. Okay, sorry, I'm okay. But I love that. Okay, 7. I love this, actually. So beautiful. I say actually like I was surprised. I'm surprised by none of my loving of this deck. What I am surprised by is this might be my favorite Paulina Tarot. Like, of the tarot decks, this is her 4th. And again, there are at least 2 oracles. I have both of them. This might be my favorite of them all. I'll have to get all the way through it and read with it a while, but I'm really, really loving it. There's the 10. And let's go into the court. Here's our page. Look at that creature at the bottom. Is it a cat? Is it an octopus? Is it a skunk? Is it a dragon? No one can say. Here is the knight. Love this. I love the cups in the sky. You don't usually see that, even though it's kind of a puffer fish that's flying and the bubbles implying the breath, but I really love that. Here's our queen. Again, with some owls, despite our watery element, and it still has a very watery feel. I'm enjoying that play of the elemental pieces in each of these suits. And our king. So we're going to go to swords. Here is our ace. Very appropriate. Love it. The 2. That is amazing. That is a heck of a blindfold. Oh, wow. In our heartbroken 3. It is a heartbreak, right? And you can see this traditional Rider-Waite-Smith imagery right there. But look how much healing has been added to this card on top of that. Here's the 4 with our bear and a band-aid. Oh, so precious. I called it a bear. Yeah, see, it's interesting. Again, this almost looks underwater here. So I was like, wait, is it not a bear? But then here we have a forest. So I'm just loving it. The 5. He is taking his swords and going home. Look at the 6. 7. And we're coming up on 3 cards. You guys know, if you've been watching me for any length of time, that the 8, 9, and 10 are very important cards in my personal journey. So they are important to me. Here is the 8. I enjoy this card. Usually you see a little more element of the person being able to free themselves in the 8, and I don't quite see that as much. This person looks a little more trapped, particularly up here. I mean, it looks like he could kind of jump over the swords, but the bound top doesn't look as easily freeable, but that's okay. Here's the 9. Are you haunted by cards at night? By swords at night, by cards at night. Both of us, right? Here is the 10. Oh, this is amazing. I'm actually having a pretty emotional reaction to this card. Just give me a second. I've had a lot of 10 of Swords moments in my life. Many of you know that. And in particular, you know, I live with MS, which creates lots of shooting, sparking, stabby, sword-like pains at times. And the 10 of Swords, you know, often depicts the figure on the ground already. And the 10 of Swords, like, they're almost trying to get up, like, to keep trying. And this almost reminds me of how it feels when I'm, like, so exhausted and I, like, stick my cane in the ground, right? When I like have no energy left to get up and it just feels like everything is so hard. So that energy is so present for me here. And I love that because, you know, tarot is not always joyful. Like I talk about Determined to Shine, where we are always chasing joy and using our creativity and spiritual connection community to bring forth joy. And that's really, really real. But it's also about moving through the hard stuff. Like we use those 3 things to tackle the hard stuff. It's not good vibes only, because that's just not how life is. Like sometimes life looks like this. And if we can sit with it and be present with it and not be afraid of it and listen to it and make friends with it, make friends with the pain, make friends with the hard stuff, make friends with the 10 of Swords, that's when we can like move forward to heal. So this card heals my heart quite a bit. Okay. Here's our Page of Swords. Beautiful. The Knight. This almost reminds me of Falkor, except it's like a little bit of a, like, combined with a lionfish, right? Falkor is the dragon from the Neverending Story, if you are unfamiliar with that. Here's the Queen. Once again, the Queen of Swords has arrived. She takes no shit from no one. I definitely always get that vibe from her. And here is our King. 1 suit left. Here's our Ace of Pentacles. I am here for this card. I love the energy of it. I love the new beginnings. That's what I love about the aces. But I love it when the aces have a face and a creature. Then this creature is both like hopeful and a little mischievous and like, what's going to happen? I don't know, but off begins the journey, which is so the energy of the ace, right? Here's our 2. Really love these like bat cats. There's the 3 bats. And the 4. Oh, this is magical. I love everything about it. I love this coming out. I love the moths down here. Just really great. Again, 5. A lot happening here. Again, what did I say I was going to say? And oh, so pretty. So pretty. Here's our 6. And our 7. And the 8. Oh, look at this 9. I love it. I love it so much. I just want to sit in this card. I want to sit in the sun with a cat on my lap. As the birds fly around, I don't know. Here's our 10. Tigers. And our last court, here's the Page of Pentacles. Ready to work, ready to learn, ready to learn. Oh, the Knight, our Rhinoceros Knight. I love that. Oh, I'm gonna freak out. the Queen of Pentacles. I love the magic in these cards. And here's our king. Okay. So some final thoughts. Holy bonanzas, I'm here for it, right? Although let me zoom back out a bit here. I am here for this deck. It is beautiful and powerful and full of thought and detail and meaning on every single card. This is both a magical world and our world. You can feel that the places where they intersect and cross over and where anything is possible. And I love that each card and each creature has such beautiful, distinct energy. And I cannot wait to really dive in and spend some time with this. My to use deck pile is a little bit high right now. Like, I have several decks I'm really, really wanting to dive in with more deeply, and all of a sudden this is going to jump to the top of that list and knock the others down. But this is a beautiful deck. You can order it from US Games. Last time I checked, it was out of stock on Amazon, but I will double check and get that link for you below. And again, you may be able to buy it directly from Paulina, as I did. But yeah, wow, this is a magnum opus. This is an achievement, a gift to the world, and I am so excited to get to bring this into my life, into my connection, into my home, into my spiritual practice, so that I can heal and grow and find the magic within. And that is, of course, always the goal here at Determined to Shine. If you liked this video, be sure to leave me a comment, like, subscribe, all those YouTube things. If you want to learn more from me, feel free to check out what else is on my channel. Subscribe. Again, I'll have the link to the video showing you how I like to use my selenite wands with new decks. We also have a lot of awesome events coming up. Lots of classes you can take. Online retreat and even an in-person retreat coming up this spring in Albuquerque. And there is still early bird pricing on that and some spots available. So check out all those things. Until next time, sending you love, sending you joy, sending you a helping hand in the hard times. Know that you are loved, you are safe, you are absolutely enough, and you are right where you need to be. I will see you next time, friends.